All right, so first weekend with the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. All right, yes, I did pick one up. Now, no, I didn't do an unboxing, man, because I figured you don't want to see no unboxing, man. I mean, let's just be real. Whoever watching this video, how many of you want to tune in on unboxings? You just want to hear what people's experiences are with running this device. And I'm here to tell you, with this Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, I am loving it. Okay, I am in a pickle on what phone I want to use right now. We're gonna get into that a little bit later, but how many ways can I say that I love this Google? And let me, ayo, I love it. This phone has been so much fun since I've been using it, and I've used it since Friday afternoon. I finally unboxed it, finally got it all set up, and I want to kind of bring you my first impressions on what I feel about it after running this bad boy for a weekend. So right offhand, I'm gonna go ahead and say the cliche thing that everybody's been saying, but it is true. This thing feels just like an iPhone in hand. Now, I don't know if you held them both side by side, would you not be able to tell the difference? I mean, I don't know, because these sides do feel different, of course. So if you were to be able to hold these in hand, yes, they will feel very similar. But when you're looking at them on face, if you probably took the cases off and just looked at them straight ahead off, it may be hard to tell the difference to say that this is a Pixel over an iPhone. But I'm gonna tell you what, this thing feels so premium. And there was one thing that a Pixel I felt like always just wasn't up to par when it came to the other flagships out there, especially Samsung and iPhone, was the build quality. But I'm here to tell you, man, this build quality feels just as good as an S24 Ultra and as an iPhone 15 Pro Max. There isn't much that I would change about this build quality. Of course, I did get the Obsidian. I always got a bet on black. I love those. I wish I kind of would have got the porcelain though, or the hazel. Those colors do look fire. The Obsidian is a little bit muted, but it still has its own sexy characteristics. But if there was one thing that I would change, would be these stainless steel sides. All right, I absolutely cannot stand shiny sides when it comes to smartphones. All those need to just go away and just go in the abyss and never be seen again. All right, we just need to get rid of them, like 3.5mm headphone jacks. We don't need them no more. Too many earbuds out there. But I already have a nick up there, and I have no idea where it has came from. Now, of course, I've been running a case on it. I'm not gonna run my device naked, but there's a little nick already on this side. But you know what? It is what it is. Now, flipping it over, talking about that display. This display, I've always said Samsung has been the king of displays. There's nothing like looking at the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and just taking that beautiful display in. But I feel like I am getting the same vibe with this Pixel 9 Pro XL. This screen looks absolutely beautiful. The colors pop. It doesn't look muted. It doesn't look just all the other Pixel screens I feel like just wasn't there. It was really good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking on the Pixel. I'm a stock Android-ish type person, so I've always enjoyed the Pixel experience. I've just had about every Pixel that's ever released. And this right here, and oh, let me say this by the way. I did buy this with my own money, just in case you guys think I'm just giving this glaring reviews. No, I spent all 11, 1200, whatever this was, of my own money. But this display has been absolutely amazing. The brightness. Now, there's one thing that always happens when you put these bad boys in the sun, and that sun got the beaming on your Pixel, it will start to dim. Look, this screen and how bright it gets, I thought the Z Fold 6 got bright. I thought the iPhone 15 Pro Max got bright. But this, with what was it, 3,000 nits, if I'm not mistaken? You know, you don't come here for the numbers and the stats. You come here for the experience and the vibes of me talking about these phones. It is absolutely easy to see outside. I'm talking about so simple to see, and I absolutely love it. So they knocked it out the park with the design, with the screen quality, and those are two big things when it comes to a smartphone. Now, let's go ahead and get into one thing that was absolutely a pain in the ass when it comes to the Pixel series, and that is the biometrics, okay? Now, I know you do have your face unlocked, which I feel like works pretty well. Now, it does still struggle in low light. That's where my frustrations come with the face recognition. If it's low light, it's not like Face ID. It will not pick your device. It will say, you know, needs more light or something like that. But when it comes to this fingerprint scanner, they have finally ditched the, what was it before? The optical? Yeah, the optical that used to light up just look super cheesy. No, now we have that ultrasonic, something that you're going to get, something that you actually know coming from that Samsung Galaxy series, man. So this thing is fast, and I'm running a screen protector on it. So, you know, of course, if you run a screen protector, you just got to re-register it. But the fingerprint scanner works so good, and that is another pain point that's checked away that always frustrated me about Pixel devices. So Google, man, good job. Good job with the biometrics. Now, Flipping it over and let's talk about, well, before we get to the cameras, because I'm pretty sure you guys already know what the cameras do when it comes to the pixels. And I'm gonna throw up some samples here in a little bit. But one thing that I want to touch on is everybody always seems to rag on the tensor chip when it comes to performance. Everybody thinks it's a step below, the Snapdragon, your iPhone chips. And although it may be a step below when you're talking about performance wise, but using this day to day, and I want everybody to pay attention because we probably got some techies out there that's going to be watching this and say, well, I don't care. It still doesn't benchmark in the multi-core and the quadruple score. We don't give a damn about that. How does the phone feel when you're using it every day? How does it feel when you're scrolling Instagram, when you're scrolling Twitter? How does it feel when you're recording? How does it feel when you're doing whatever that you need to do on it? And guess what? It feels just as good, just as powerful as an iPhone, just as powerful as this Z Fold 6 that I have right here, just as powerful as the S24 Ultra. You're not going to be able to tell the difference with day-to-day activities. Everybody isn't out here like content creators playing Genshin Impact and League of Legends or whatever the hell you play on your phone. All right, you're just using your phone like an average person. You are not going to be able to tell what the tensor feels like. I haven't had any issues doing my day-to-day task, and I do a lot of stuff on my phone, and I have not had any issues whatsoever. Now, real quick, touching on battery life, of course, I feel like we still need a little bit more time with battery life. It's 9 o'clock. I took my phone off the charger around 7. It's already down 92%, but I was doing a good bit on it. But I already know when it comes to Pixel devices, they do learn your battery usage, and that's something that you'll be able to develop over time. And we'll come back and do a separate video after we use this bad boy for a few days talking about the battery percentage. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the cameras, man, because that's one thing that I love having a Pixel device in my pocket for is the camera experience. When it comes to pointing and shooting, there is no other king out there. And don't come here and hit me with the Huawei Z2832s. I don't care about none of those imports, man. We are talking about phones that you can get here in the US, where people are watching me here in the US. And the photos that you get out of this thing is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to throw a few shots that I've taken around the house. We actually went to the North Georgia mountains, just taking a couple pictures of what I've just quickly snapped. Of course, we're going to take more pictures. I don't walk around taking pictures all day, but here's a few examples of the pictures that I have taken on the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Now, one thing that we got to talk about Google. Now, I'm not sure if you're watching this video, but that portrait mode has to get fixed, okay? The portrait mode is absolute trash. If you can look at this picture right here, I took a picture of my son, which I felt like was a very easy picture to capture when we are talking about portrait mode, and it absolutely fell flat on his face, busted his nose, and busted one front tooth out, all right? That's how bad it did when it comes to that portrait mode. So everything else that I love about it, haven't really taken a lot of videos, but I'll get to that a little bit later. But just the point and shoot and taking this out and nailing your subject like most people are gonna do, it works absolutely amazing, man. So far, I am really feeling this Google Pixel XL. Everything is smooth. The biometrics is better. The design is absolutely amazing. I don't care about this camera bar. I feel like it looks perfectly fine. It does not bother me. It doesn't look too ugly. I love what they did with this. Of course, I'm running it all custom out, Nova Launcher, custom icon pack. So if you want to know how I set up my Pixel, I will do a how I set my Pixel up or some video like that, man. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Also, I am running my Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra. And yes, I did switch to the white, damn, ashy as hell. I did switch over to the white Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra, and I'm using it with my Pixel 9 Pro XL, and everything works just fine. Of course, there could be a few things that doesn't work, but you download the Samsung Health, download the Samsung Wearable app, it syncs up, you get all your notifications, you're not missing a single thing. I'm loving the experience with the Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra paired with the Pixel 9 Pro XL. So far, man, I'm loving this phone. This is the best Pixel to date that I have personally ever experienced. And the last one that I would say was my favorite Pixel was the Nexus 6P. And I love that phone. It was made by Huawei. The design and build quality kind of felt very similar to this, but that's the vibes that I'm getting. That's the feeling that I'm getting with running this Pixel 9 Pro XL. There isn't much that I dislike about this phone. I mean, this thing checks a lot of boxes. And of course, where I felt like the best phone period out there was the S24 Ultra. Phone of the year wise, I wouldn't be surprised if the Pixel had it so far. This is just early impressions. I would not be surprised if somebody didn't have this in their running for a phone of the year, because this thing, I've been loving the experience using it. Now, here is the pickle that I am in when it comes to these devices. You know I'm on ice right now from the iPhone, not really using it. You can already see that it's on SOS and it's on sleep mode. I do not use my iPhone, but if you've been following my channel, You guys know I have been loving me some Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Just that folding form factor and utilizing this this inside screen has absolutely blown me away in the past few days. But there's a few things that I don't really care about this. Of course, the battery life, of course, the camera, different little things like that. Man, when it comes to the Pixel, this thing just about checks all of the boxes and not leaving me stranded to feel like I'm missing out on something when I'm running it. So I'm tough. I'm torn, man. You guys let me know in the comment section, which one would you run between the two? The Pixel 9 Pro XL or the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6? Of course, I'm still going to be rocking with Android until the new iPhone comes out. But even at that, man, this Pixel is really, really pulling me away because I just love the feel, the OS, the camera, just the Gemini. When you do use it, we're not talking about no Gemini stuff. We're not that AI. We're talking about what the phone does. You got enough examples of Gemini ass out there on the internet. We're talking about what the phone does exactly. And I think all everything that I need a smartphone to do, man, the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, XL9 Pro knocks it out the park. So this is just the first impressions of how I feel about the device after using it for one weekend. We're going to use this phone a little bit more, dive into it a little bit deeper, check out the cameras a little bit more, the battery life a little bit more, performance, everything like that, man. So stay locked, stay tuned, stay locked in. And of course, we also going to be dropping some accessories for the Pixel 9 Pro XL if you want to get out there and protect your bad boy. 'Cause you know that's my bread and butter. If you're new to the channel, I love talking about these accessories. So make sure y'all get subbed up, man, and follow me along this journey of trying to figure out which one of these vices that I'm gonna vibe out with, devices that I'm gonna vibe out with for the next couple weeks. So check it out, get the sub button, man, hit the like button. If you want to check out a weekend after with the Z Fold 6 and how I feel about that, then I'll leave that video right here.